As we move on to the fourth and the first leg of the triple trio, it's another Class 4, 1,200 metres, the Macau type of bridge handicap. Carrying saddlecloth 1 is Grenouille Generals, who did pull up lame and with mucus last start. Drawn gate 7. Little Wise Man makes his debut at Sha Tin. The newcomer Speedy Missile with Jimmy Ting jumping from gate 4. Best for You, Farm Bumper, New Dynamic Super Eurostar. Fortune Happiness, Nice Fandango creates the pace in the race, and Supermodel drawn barrier number 8. Now, Best for You is the only horse in this race that's been up to Chun Fa in the last 30 days. As I mentioned, Tom, Nice Fandango gate 2. He's going to hunt early, you would think. Yeah, you'd say so with the ride of Matthew Poon there claiming the £3. Supermodel, I think, will try and charge across from gate 8 and join him for Alvin Ung. So you'd expect those two up front. Super Eurostar can go forward. We've seen Grenouille Generals race forward, and also Fortune Happiness raced forward last time out, but he's got that wide draw to contend with.
One of the likely favourites, if not the favourite, will be Little Wise Man, and Peter Ho. Again, he's actually doing the track work here, so the brother-in-law's got him working, which is always good to see. Frankie Law's got him on there, but the horse goes nice. He came into Sha Tin for the first time, but looks like he'd be suited the way he runs at Happy Valley. I thought Island Winner's run on debut was pretty good. Aldo De Meyer aboard as well. He goes nicely here this morning. Now, Derek Long actually did the track work on him, but Derek's not riding at this race meeting. And then the last one we're looking at here is Farm Bumper. Didn't mind his track work. He'll get £10 off as well. Alfred Chan doing the work here, and he's actually... the horse was pretty keen, as you can see.
Pretty keen.
Could hardly hold him, could he?
Just on Derek Long too, of course, he had that nasty fall in one of the later races on Wednesday night. He has some concussion issues, so he's not riding, but no break at all or fracture to his shoulder, which seemed to be an issue at the time. Grenouille Generals, as I said, mucus. Pulled up lame last start and finished a long way down the track. Yeah, and they're trying 1,200 metres here again. Now, this was his effort the couple of starts ago here. He's boxing on reasonably well, and this is when he wins and attacks the line quite strongly over the concluding stages. Zach Purton, Dennisship, I think he's right there. He had excuses last time out. Yeah, I've got him in the numbers as well. The only little query I've got with him is that abnormal breathing noise he pulled up with. Yeah.
It's not ideal.
No, it's not. If it's a one-off, it's probably OK, as you say, Paul. But if it's not, then, you're sort of looking elsewhere, aren't you? Little Wise Man has certainly been hitting the line strongly at Happy Valley, and the bigger track at Sha Tin should suit, I would have thought. Yeah, definitely. He's got beaten. He got perfect ride by Jolly Convergence 2 starts ago, which has got on and won it. And then Precious Sweetie got the first run on him here. Look, the way he hits the line, he should be OK with Sha Tin, I think. He's not the biggest horse around, which is a good positive for Happy Valley, but his racing style suggests Sha Tin should be OK. In that race, it took him a wee while to just sort of get balanced up and really go for it, but once he did, he let down nicely. So in time, you'd say even 1,400, 1,600 might even suit him. If Nice Fandango scurries through and Super Eurostar wants to pester him, they could generate some speed for Little Wise Man. That might make it difficult for Super Eurostar in the final stages.
Yeah, that's how I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's one of those runners that's likely to be up there. He was outside the leader a few runs ago. He got caught a little bit wide 2 starts ago. He was here in a blanket finish. Sometimes these blanket finishes can be tough form races, but he's boxed on relatively well.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad run from him at all. And he's a consistent horse, isn't he? We know what we're going to get with him.
Yep, we do. Let's have a look at the newcomer now, Speedy Missile. Now, he's got some toe early as well. Interesting, Karis Teaton was aboard in his trial 2 and 3 back. Zach Purton aboard in his most recent one. Zach sticks with Grenouille Generals. Karis takes the ride on debut.
Yeah, look, he's 1146 pounds. He's had the 3 trials, as you mentioned. I think he goes OK now. I don't think he's found a really strong race to start off this campaign here. So, look, I found a spot for him.
I'll give him an each-way shout. He comes out of a good mare, Sky Rush, who was with Guy Walter, Group 1 placed, Group 2, Group 3, listed race winner, so she was fairly useful. Comes here with a couple of trials under his belt as well at Tamworth and Warwick Farm. Little Wise Man, very skinny early, $1.50, Paul.
Yeah, I thought he'd start a bit higher than that, but there's obviously a bit of support from early. I suppose you get the Macau connection as well with Peter Ho as well, but he's on top. I thought Island Winner went really well on debut, and I think he can run another nice race. He's only had the 1 run. Speedy Missile on debut, and Grenouille Generals in for 4th. So 2, 4, 5 and 1. I think it's an open race. So some of these horses that have had limited starts, I think will get their opportunity.
He's very short at the moment, Little Wise Man. I think he will be tough to beat, but I'm going to select the one on top, Glenouille Generals for Dennis Yip and Zach Purden to beat Little Wise Man. Speedy Missile goes in off the back of his trials. He was a little bit awkward out in his trial 2 trials ago, but he was pretty good, I thought, in that trial we showed you before. And the other one I'm throwing in is Island Winner. I think he can improve from his first up effort behind Valiant Dream. He was only beaten 5, and Aldo De Meyer takes the ride. So 1, 2, 5 and 4.
Similar numbers. I've got Island Winner in as well. I thought he trialled well prior to his debut. Paul, just touching on Humble Steed. Been off the scene for a while. He's had a fracture, a suspensory problem. His trials have been average. His track work?
Yeah, average as well. I'd like to see him do something on the track. If you're looking at something right outside the square, maybe Farm Bumper. Now, if the way he was keen, he could be on the pace as well, because Alfred Chan was having problems holding him in track work.
Just on that Humble Steed, he was slow away in his first 2 runs, but he actually has been jumping away with them at the trials.
Yeah, he's obviously a nice enough type of horse, and ISG will get the report from Jenny on Saturday for race number 4 and all the races. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have another look at a pair of Class 4s. It'll be races 5 and 6.